So I, 31, met my girlfriend, Karen, 29, 5 years ago after she left her offensive boyfriend and moved back in with her parents and her small child. She dropped out of college when he got her pregnant her senior year, and he cheated and was physically offensive until she finally left him. We got introduced by one of her sorority sisters, Angie, who married a friend of mine, Dave. We connected and dated for a few months, and she and her son, Bobby, ended up moving in with me. The first few years were great. I got her to go back and finish her degree, and my dad got her a job where he works. About a year and a half ago, Karen reunited with some of her sorority sisters, and they started having a girls' night out every other Saturday. And she was also having drinks after work with some of her coworkers occasionally, and when I said something about it, she got defensive, and we started arguing about it. Angie told her husband Dave that Karen was flirting a lot when they were out to the point it started to bother her, and Dave gave me a heads up about it. So on one of their girls' night, I showed up at the bar and saw her flirting and letting a guy who's trying to do something to her. I walked up and asked the guy to take his hand off my girlfriend and told Karen it was time to leave. It was an ugly drive home, and we fought, and she ended up sleeping on the couch. The next morning, she apologized and said had a little too much to drink and got carried away. I said that wasn't good enough. And if we were going to stay together, we were going to have to go to counseling together and work through this. Obviously, the girls' night out was over for a while, and we made progress, and things got better. 2 months ago, I could tell she was starting to act sketchy, being over-paranoid with her phone and leaving the room when she would use it. I tried to talk with her, but she was just evasive and denied anything was wrong. I talked with Angie and Dave about my suspicions, and Angie finally said that Karen had been talking with an old boyfriend from college, and they had been flirting. When Angie called her out on it, Karen stated if she could keep both of them happy and I didn't find out, then what was the harm? She said I was a great provider and great with Bobby, and she didn't want to lose that, but she needed more. Needless to say, that was devastating, but according to Angie, the old boyfriend lived in Houston, so there was no way they had anything physical, just long-distance flirting. One of Karen's sorority sisters asked her to be a bridesmaid at her wedding, and we made plans to go, but Bobby developed an ear condition and was supposed to have tubes installed, and so he could fly there with us, and I volunteered to stay with him while she went. It was a 3-day event with rehearsal dinner, bachelorette party, shower, and the event day itself. After the rehearsal dinner, Dave called and said Karen's old boyfriend had showed up, and the two we hanging out and being very indiscreet. He sent me a couple of photos, including a short video of them making out at the hotel. I called Karen's father and asked if he could watch Bobby so I could drive down for the wedding, and I dropped Bobby off on the way out of town. It was a very long 6-hour drive, and I finally got there late that evening. I got to her room and could hear laughing inside, and I knocked on the door. After the third knock, Karen opened the door in her robe, and I walked in to find a guy with no clothes on in her bed. I introduced myself and advised him he should leave quickly. I turned and saw that Karen was undressed under the robe and asked her to explain herself. She got mad and then made excuses and then accusations. I finally said enough. I told her we were through. I said I was leaving, and if she decided to come back, she could get her things and get out of my life. As I walked back into the hall, there were a dozen or so people there, including Angie. We had never closed the door to the room, and as loud as we got, I'm sure we put on a pretty good show. I drove back and got home about the time the sun came up and crashed hard. The next morning, I started boxing up all her clothes, but when I came to her lingerie drawer, with all the sussy stuff we had bought, I threw all that into a different box, along with her party and clubwear, and sent it off to Goodwill. A couple of days later, when her flight got back, she called me from the airport, but her number was still blocked, so she had to Uber home. When she walked in, there were over a dozen boxes sitting in the living room with all of her and Bobby's stuff ready to go. I told her Bobby was at her parents' house, and she could call her dad and have him help haul the rest of her stuff to his house, or wherever she planned on staying. She tried to talk her way out of it, but I wasn't listening to her stories. She tried to load her suitcases in the car, but her key fob wouldn't work. I told her both cars were in my name, and if she tried to take one of them, I would report it as stolen. Her dad finally showed up, and I gave him the short story on why we were breaking up. He didn't say a lot, but we shook hands before he left. All that was a week ago. Dave and Angie have cut contact with Karen. Evidently, our drama spilled over the next day at the ceremony and overshadowed the wedding. Karen reached out, and we talked a couple of times, but I said there was no way back for us. Even so, she refuses to give up on us. Right now, I just have this hollow feeling inside. I eat, go to work, and come home and try to sleep. I'm not mad anymore, just numb. Maybe a little sad and confused on what to do next. Sorry for the long post. Talking about it out loud is so hard, and it felt good to let it all out. I understand that you're going through a challenging situation, and it's important to find the strength within yourself to move forward. Here are some compelling suggestions to help you in this process. 1. Prioritize your own well-being. Now is the time to prioritize yourself and focus on your own healing. Give yourself permission to let go of the pain and betrayal you experienced. By placing yourself first, you create space for personal growth and new possibilities. 2. Surround yourself with a supportive network. Reach out to those who genuinely care about your well-being, whether it's friends, family, or a therapist. Their support and understanding can provide you with the encouragement and guidance you need as you navigate this difficult period. I understand that you're going through a challenging situation, and it's important to find the strength within yourself to move forward. Here are some compelling suggestions to help you in this process. 3. Prioritize your own well-being. Now is the time to prioritize yourself and focus on your own healing. Give yourself permission to let go of the pain and betrayal you experienced. By placing yourself first, you create space for personal growth and new possibilities. 4. Surround yourself with a supportive network. Reach out to those who genuinely care about your well-being, whether it's friends, family, or a therapist. Their support and understanding can provide you with the encouragement and guidance you need as you navigate this difficult period. 5. Embrace a fresh start. See this situation as an opportunity for a fresh start in life. Take this time to rediscover your passions, hobbies, and personal goals. By redirecting your energy towards self-improvement and personal growth, you can create a future filled with happiness and fulfillment. 6. Cut off all contact. It's essential to sever all ties with your ex-girlfriend to fully heal and move forward. Remove her from your social media, block her number, and avoid any potential triggers that could hinder your progress. By closing this chapter definitively, you create space for new and healthier relationships in the future. Believe in your worth. Recognize your own value and worthiness of love and respect. Remind yourself of your strengths, accomplishments, and the qualities that make you a remarkable person. By embracing your self-worth, you empower yourself to attract the kind of love and the happiness you deserve. 7. Seek professional assistance if needed. If you find it challenging to navigate your emotions or let go of the past, consider seeking the help of a therapist or counselor. They can provide you with valuable guidance, support, and strategies to overcome any lingering pain and build a brighter future. Embrace a positive mindset, cultivate a positive mindset, and focus on the opportunities that lie ahead. Understand that this breakup is a stepping stone to greater things in life. By staying optimistic and believing in your ability to find happiness, you open yourself up to new and fulfilling experiences. Remember, you have the strength and resilience to move forward and create a future filled with love, happiness, and personal growth. Embrace this new chapter in your life and trust that better days are yet to come. Damn, bud, you handled about perfect. Probably gave her too many chances before, but you showed you know your worth. You white-knighted Karen. She was a broken human being from her prior relationship and really never did the work to heal herself. She only wants you back for the stability you provide and not for love or any of the healthy reasons she should want you back. I would research white knighting and understand why you set yourself on fire multiple times for such an unhealthy person. I'm sure the kid had a lot to do with it. She is a walking red flag who is simply broken and has zero interest in fixing herself. Sad that she's left alone to raise a kid in her image. Nonetheless, you need to focus forward on getting into healthier relationships. Read no more Mr. Nice Guy. Sorry to hear this, you dodged a bullet. She doesn't respect you or the relationship. You were her emotional tampon and ATM, the nice guy, the safe option. He X was the guy she really wanted. Get some IC, hit the gym, get support from family and friends, pick up some hobbies, doing something to move forward. Never take her back, go and see. Not you, monkey, not your circus. Become the best you can be. You're 31, starting your prime. Hers is ending. There are better out there. I suggest watching this. He does videos on female nature and relationships. They are clinical in nature, no bashing. They will help you going forward. Take it from a jaded boomer. Life is too short to live like that. Godspeed. Well done. You handled that so well. She never deserved you. Block her number. Don't let her try worm her way in. You know why she is. She doesn't want to be at mommy and daddy's, and like you was told, you provided for her and her son. That is all. She was using you. You're well shot of her. Good luck to the future, honey. You deserved so much better. Worldwide comments of the day. If that simp wants to play that game, then for all we know, she's the one who assaulted him and tried to touch him without consent. She can be charged, and him as well, for threatening someone for nothing. I hope he gets what he deserves. Such a lowlife. I see what happened here. When he sprang the trip on her, she realized just how much OP could do for her, and realized that her cheating was going to make her lose that. So she started the waterworks and confessed to run damage control and save the comfortable life she saw for herself with OP. Despicable human she is. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.